In our firm, we have 35 pension, provident, and group life and disability schemes. So that so-called employee benefits is quite a big part of our business. It's maybe in income terms about a quarter of our business. Obviously, it's very important to us that the suppliers that we use are efficient and reasonably priced and in every way fair. Fedgroup have got 8 of our 35 schemes. They're one of our biggest suppliers. And the reason why we very often find that when we go out to tender, when we get an inquiry for example, a provident fund with group life and disability, the reason why we find that they very often win is because their per month computer admin costs, which I'm pretty sure are 18 Rand a month, are about the lowest in the market, if not the lowest in the market. And that's often quite a big pricing edge when it comes to the overall calculation as to how much they will be charging compared to what other firms will be charging. We also find their risk rates are sharp and fair, and we find that their processes are quick and efficient. We had one particular claim, which was a very interesting claim, because there was a fellow who worked for a company where Fedgroup are in fact the administrators and the underwriters and the investment managers, the whole lot. And it just so happened that this fellow, who had been working for one of these companies, who was only a couple of weeks away from having been applying or having been qualifying for continuation cover, was in the middle of the Caribbean. Fedgroup considered that in all the circumstances they would make an ex gratia payment of the 100,000 Rand dread disease, which maybe was half of what, or maybe a third of what he would have got if he'd applied everything correctly. And that was absolutely wonderful. And I thought they were so kind, so considerate towards my customer, so empathetic for the fact he was stranded in the middle of the Caribbean and wouldn't have had a chance to exercise his option because he was out of comms. I thought that was absolutely marvelous. And I would go so far as to say that all the other big alternative providers of the Provident Fund and Group Life and Disability and Investment Services who I use, I do not in any way think any of the others would have been so kind as to help my client in this way. So that, to be honest with you, had a very, very strong reinforcing effect on my loyalty towards Fedgroup.